Okay, looks like it's working. Well, anyone who's watching, thanks for tuning in. Just doing some late night level design and art, I guess. Level development, environment development. I don't know what to call it. Let me know if the audio balance is terrible. Need to adjust a few things here. Let's see, let's switch scenes. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, let's see, 5 this way and 5 this way. Whoops, wrong axis. I'll quickly undo that. I'll temporarily move this corner block back in here. Just checking some sizes. Trying to see what feels best. I think I got all of it. Yeah, looks good. And I'll have to move this block right in here. And make sure to grab just that one handle. What song is next on my playlist here? Okay, let's well, just ignore those blocks over there. Let's see how this feels for size. Yeah, I think that's good. That's good. I'm gonna save save my document over here. Shoot. My apologies for working on my other monitor. I'll make a better effort to show you guys exactly which screen I'm focused on at all points. Basically, this length works well. Just need to figure out how I want to handle this corner. Increase the tiling so it's appropriate. Probably just grab this, all these different little grass elements, slide them in over here. Yep, and I probably should have flipped that earlier. I just wonder if this feels a bit too tight. Oh. I could widen that up considerably. Let's see. If we double up the width, and the annoying part is having to readjust the tiling here, but we could even encroach these a little bit. Possibly add a cylindrical element. Increase this to something that feels a little rounder. Scale it down. You're really just playing around with different ideas and possibilities, really. It's kind of weird. Let's try and grab one of my tiling textures. Yeah, that won't work. The columns could work maybe for a corner piece, though. If I want to break up the joints between walls, perhaps. Help make things feel less repetitive. I'm not really sure. Let's go back to the drawing board here. Let's see if we can better play with some proportions. Man, gotta love being able to undo. Okay, I think I just had a thought that might be better in terms of setting this up. We're gonna duplicate this over here. Is this aligned properly? Okay, it is. Okay. This is our culprit. So zero that out. And that's better. That's what I want. Cool. Alright, so what I want to check here is if we can reduce this to 200 by 200. Okay. Basically, at this point where we have 5 here and 5 here, we have our intersection piece. That's 400, and basically 200, or like a half unit if we're gonna work in the units of my blueprint here. Just slide this over somewhere out of the way. Yep, and basically just divide this up. We're going to basically get something like that. And this will be 4.5. And same over here. Okay, let me hop back to my engine view here and continue making the modifications. Okay, that should be the appropriate measurement here. Oh, let's put our rock back in our starting room. Yep, and that measures out quite nicely. Whoops. Definitely need it bigger than that. Select our surface, apply our texture, or apply our UV scale. Oh, a little too big. Okay. So we can reduce this to normal. And the UV scale there is 4, so we have to multiply these considerably. And I think what I'll do here is scale this once and then adjust the pan. I don't want to rotate. Just want to create 3 derivatives of this. Actually, just want to make sure it's consistent first. Cool. And then let's grab both of these, and now I have to pan one at a time, I think. I just pan these ones this way. And then I should have all 4 versions. That looks about right, okay. I'm going to drop this down by about 10. That might be a little aggressive. Apply our texture. Whoops, wrong one. Increase this guy. Yeah, we can even tilt it a little bit. Should be fine. Just to add a little. You can't go too crazy because you don't have like perfect foot tracing and like ankle rotation, but just enough to add a little bit of that like subtle interest. Excuse me. Oh, hey. Sorry guys, just saw your comments. Late night dev, more like early morning dev. Is that right, Slinger? What time is it there for you? Thanks, I appreciate that. Oh, and just noticed also Matthias Machado likes this. I appreciate that. 5 a.m. Man, what are you doing up at 5 a.m.? You working early morning shifts or super late shifts? Now let's rotate these so I can grab the right handles. So I'm just gonna grab these different blocks now that I've sized them, and just sort of duplicate them around, trying not to repeat them. And now that I have them duplicated, we can add some rotational variety as well. And if everything goes well, it shouldn't look tiled at all. I mean, we can even add a little bit of tilted variety here as well. Just slightly. Yeah, it looks pretty good, I think, for a corner. Okay, so let's see. Now, shoot. I'm gonna turn my angle snaps back on. I'm glad I'm not the only one on a night shift here. It's good to get some company. Okay, so these are just proxies, but I'm just curious about the end result here. Probably want to get that 45, ideally. And we'll just scale this in. Okay, so my texture just retiled itself. We'll readjust that. Yeah, so I want to insert some custom geometry here. I mean, all of that can be kind of hacked together tomorrow, but yeah, this is pretty good. Pretty good. In a way, it's kind of fun to work with BSP. I wonder if the geometry... I believe this was called BSP in Unreal Engine 3, but I don't think that term is used anymore. Yeah, let's just flip this by 180. And just slide and intersect these pieces together. You know what? Gotta change this song. Not feeling it. don't love this, but you know what? These corners can probably be made into, if I think about this from a modeling perspective in, you know, like whatever you use, Max, Maya, Blender, we can probably treat these spaces like junctions. So for each dungeon we're building, we can probably create them so they all work like this, and then we can open or close whichever of the four directions we'd want to enable for that intersection, if you know what I mean. Let's slide these over, rotate this 180, and move these over. And I think this is a much, much more elegant solution. So then each ruin could have like themed geometry, right, based on the concept art or whatever. That could make use of this format. And I think what's even cooler is that, I mean, just for the sake of example, I mean, this piece here is 400, right? So if I slide this over, yeah, it's a perfect fit, which means our doors should be able to just snap fit. I mean, more or less. There's a little bit of adjustment to make sure it's right. Actually, it looks pretty good, to be honest. Yeah, and the doors will work. Beautiful. But I mean, I need to build a little bit of, like, include some sort of enclosure with the doors. Then we fall. That's funny. Okay, that's cool. Not that I want that. I mean, but it's good to know that this kind of junction structure will work. It's kind of neat. Kind of cool. And I think it prevents things from feeling a little cramped. One thing I probably should do is improve upon this blueprint here, make things a little bit quicker, snappier. So let's just see how this works exactly. I think we just have to increase the timer and operate door and movement, play animation. Perfect. So if we change this, set target animation, what I want to do is change this to the sprinting animation. We'll do it all for Vance first. Okay, that should do it. Well, I mean, not completely, but I just want to verify that that's working. Well, it works. Just the character movement speed just doesn't keep up with it. That's so funny. He's like slipping on oil or something, or ice. Right. Okay, let's head back in there and see if move character. Teleports, proper door orientation, open door, door active. Okay, so here's our move character. So we have operate doors, and then we have move character. So instead of 1 second, let's speed that up to about half. And we'll set this to a time value of 0.5 as well. Okay, let's try that now. A little janky, but I think that's an animation problem more than a blueprint one. We can probably add a slight pause also if we needed to. I'm going to leave that as is for the time being. Hey, welcome back. Let's grab all of these and slide these meshes back over. Well, definitely lost a little bit of our space here since tightening it up. We'll just move these back into place. Yeah, that door is a little dangerous. Doesn't make me feel safe at all. So it's just some timings there. We'll just cheat and jump through here. This room might have to get a bit larger by like another degree. And to add some interest to this room as well. So I'm going to shift us over to the blueprint down here. I probably shouldn't call this a blueprint since the tools in Unreal are called blueprints, but so let's just call this our doodle, our plan, where we can add some design elements. Probably give this one some walls like this. This will be a ledge, probably 200 units. And here we probably want to have 300 and 300, I think. We'll have to see. I have to play with this room over there. So this is B. Yes, this is room C. Yeah, this one is room D for the, I guess, it's like Central Hall. Okay, I'm going to switch back to the monitor. Where are we? I got some fighting going on. Gonna have to rework this actor, our little corridor. I mean, functionally, it's almost perfect, except for that second door. But just in terms of how the meshes overlap here. I mean, either that or I always have to just be conscious about having some clipping geometry to kind of always kind of cover the transition. Like if I increase the height to 400 as well. Let me move that up. Let's see what happens. Also, this player start is just way too close to that door. So even then, well, that door is too fast, right? But even then, that other, the door still clips through. So we need to kind of find a creative design solution for that. Okay, let's just get back to room C over here. I'm just gonna adjust it as per the plan over in Photoshop. Okay, so let's increase the width to about 2000. And the depth, or the length, to about the same. And slide this out, move that up. Yeah, that's good. Should trust the snapping more. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I spoke too soon. That's better. We'll raise that back up. So this is about 400 units, and if I play from here, that's about right. I have my actor for ledge climbing. That one is too short. This is probably the one I'd want to use. It's a little janky at the moment, but I have to adjust the curves and the or the collision settings really, but okay, so this height is definitely climbable. Yeah, I'm gonna have to refine that a little bit. It's an older actor that hasn't really been updated since I've updated some of the other systems, so it's not consistent with the current character and collision settings. But it's fine enough for this level planning and design. So I'm gonna bump this out here, probably increase it to about the same, might as well. Whoops. And I'll just grab these diagonal pieces for the time being. Yeah. Almost. Yeah, well, have to work approximately. I know I want this to end having a total width of 3 of our units in the blueprint plan, so I'll adjust that to 1200. Then I got my snap points. Whoops. Like if I adjusted the wrong one. Alright, cool. And we can assume the other walls I'll add those in place later. We can grab our treasure chest, just dump that there for now. Now we can set it to have a key, because that treasure chest is supposed to unlock this locked door. Okay, it's looking a bit better. So for this main room, just excuse me while I look at the plan I have on my other monitor. So let me grab this guy. And let me just increase my snaps before I move it. Give us a bit more control with our positioning. Alright. cool. This is full width and need about 2 rows. Guess I can raise this up to work like that. This one is 5 units across. That is correct. Now what I want to have here was 300 units tall. Whoops, okay. And then another 300 units. Hopefully this feels okay from once I start adding these stairs. Oh, let's adjust this to be 1200. So you have a super, really large increase in size. That looks about right according to my document here. I could actually increase this to make it full width and then incorporate these diagonal pieces here. And it's more or less divided like that. And all these pieces left to increase as well. Actually, I'll undo that. I gotta make sure these this works from a traveling perspective. Or traversal. Traversal is the word I'm looking for. Whoops. Okay. I don't want to really mess with these settings here. I just want to increase the number of steps. Let's turn on the lighting just so I can get a better sense of the depth of the space. Yeah, so that's not ideal. Extending beyond the allocated space I thought it would. And I think it'll still work. Let's delete that. Let's just grab this, move it up top here. It's actually not bad. I think this will work. Sweet. Okay. Now this means it's actually okay to go ahead and raise this. This is basically the entrance to the boss. The boss of this level. Looks good. This is almost aligned. Okay, that should work. Not a problem. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in, cuz. Okay. Let's switch to our Cintiq. And take a look at this. So here's what I think this room should work like. We have our entrance to the boss. We have our corridor going that way. And what we should have here is a little bit of a corridor again, and probably a drop of an unclimbable amount. And then our platform, like the boss down here. So you drop down, have to fight the boss, and okay. We'll come back to this room after. And just continue building out this room. Right, turn on. I mean, sometimes it's easier to work with lighting on, sometimes it's easier to work with lighting off. Okay, so let me try my best to align these. This song is a good gem. That door is gonna kill someone. It's so dangerous. Needs a little bit more of a hold. So move character afterwards. Place idle. Close door 1. Let me increase this to 0.66. I think the running speed might be a bit too fast for the animation speed anyways. And then right here I'll insert a pause. It's been a while since I programmed. Is that the right? Not pause. What is the term I am looking for again? Man, for the life of me, I can't remember. The name of that one node. Perhaps it's getting too late. Gonna have to hop into my character blueprint here. Oh my gosh, okay, it's a delay. Jeez, it's so fundamental. How did I forget? Okay, my apologies. Let's head over here, just add a delay. My gosh. I think something's short here, and I think we want to execute always on the second one. This condition is camera A if it's false. You want to go through here. Alright, let's give this a go. Okay, so the pause works. It's no longer terrifying. It's just a bit too long. Cool, cool, cool. Oh no, I deleted the ledge. Okay. Well, I'm not really trying to make everything perfectly functional in that one space right now. Just want to make sure that all of this can work. I probably want some sort of proximity trigger here. Let's make this 50. Now in this room, the idea is if we stand on this button, this platform should rotate from here to there. But this might be an actual easier to set up once we have custom meshes and the pivots are all based on well, this central point for this mesh I'm standing on now. So we may not really want to deal with it at the moment. Oh no! Okay. And these two actors here would correlate with this switch. That's not bad. To adjust the size over here. Let's grab this, and we're gonna have to adjust the depth here to 400. Oh, that's way too huge. That's better. And definitely reduce that as well. Excuse me. Alright. Now, in this room, whoops, gonna have to adjust that ledge leap. Okay, so this ledge is the right height. Enemies will spawn in down here. Wonder if it's big enough from a play perspective. I'm gonna go 25. No, let's put it 50. It's probably better. And make this just your standard width. Probably set at 400. But we also probably want this to be twice as deep. Whoops. Just 800 ought to do it. Actually, just 400. We just want it to be square, actually. And what I want to do is lower, or I guess lessen the width over here. Be about 800. It might be too aggressive. Maybe you want just 1,000. But maybe that's too much. I don't know. You gotta finesse with the numbers a little bit more. But I think the proxying of this level is actually, it's sort of reached a point, I think, where we can begin creating the custom geometry for it. I'll test a little bit more. I mean, this force field doesn't work. Just walk right through it right now, but Yeah, let's hop over to that room over here. Yeah, we can switch to a lit mode. And maybe I'll grab this and just sort of attach it. That's actually not bad. Okay. I think I can throw in some temporary enemies as sort of a proxy. Looks like their scale too small. Oh well, it's placeholder anyways. We have a corridor through here. Okay, well, I think, yeah, looks like everything's ready for creating some custom meshes. So, hey everyone, excuse me, thanks for watching. I think it's definitely past my bedtime. And hopefully, I'll be back again sometime soon with another game dev stream. Oh wait, there's the end screen. Yep, please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Alright, I said my piece. Good night.